Hey everybody, my name is Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs. In this video, I'm going to review last night's game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. That was in Montreal. This is a late review, I get it. It was a hugely busy day, wasn't able to get to it, but it still was last night because it's not past midnight today. All right, so this was a really good game for Montreal. It went to overtime like I kind of thought it would. In my preview and the guess the score contest, I had it 4-3 Toronto, but in overtime. And so I had the overtime right, and I had the Montreal 3 goals right. I just didn't have Toronto's. So this was a really good game, I thought, by Montreal. But listen, it was a bit sloppy on both sides, but it was chances back and forth. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good game. Montreal had a lot of pushback, didn't let Toronto dominate them at any point, even in the second period when there was a little bit of a letdown. I wouldn't say at any point that Toronto dominated this game because they didn't. So I'm going to tell you all about it. I got all the stats, my thoughts on the game, and I even have some updates on some players here. And yeah, we'll get right into it. Before we do that, if you are a Habs fan like I am looking for Habs videos like this, I do all kinds of Habs videos. Please subscribe, ring that notifications bell. That's down there. That'll get you notified when there is a new video out, and it'll be your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. That's not really what I usually say, but hey, that's what I said today. All right, so this was a really good game. As far as to watch it, it was fun. Kind of up and down emotions, and then just that big, amazing ending again. Second game in a row, Cole Caulfield in overtime, overtime hero scoring the goal, and this time with a beautiful shot, displaying exactly what everybody has been waiting for, a goal with that shot of his. And yeah, so we'll get into it. So first period was, like I said, they came out pretty good pace. Not flying, not hugely banging bodies, but it was a good pace they kept with Toronto, and they did that all night. And but 4 minutes into the game, was it 4:07? Of course, Toronto, Morgan Rielly gets his fifth from Alex Galchenyuk and William Nylander, and it happens like this. So Rielly's at the point taking a shot. Now, in front of the net, kind of screening Allen, is Sherratt and Galchenyuk really battling for position. And Rielly's shot, it somehow goes off Sherratt's leg. I'm not sure if it changed directions or just got bounced off, but it goes off Sherratt's leg and past Allen. He was screened. You can't really blame Allen here at all. And that's it for the period. But like I said, back and forth, lots of chances. The goalies were really good last night. I thought both goalies really good. And yeah. So second period opens up, and there is a power play. I don't remember what the penalty was. I really don't. But there's a power play for Montreal. And Tyler Toffoli takes advantage of that and gets his 28th goal from Nick Suzuki and Jeff Petrie. And all the Montreal goals are assisted by Suzuki and Petrie, so that's something. Suzuki stepping it up at the end of the season. This is typical of Nick Suzuki because he did it last year, and he did it in the OHL when he made that championship run with the Guelph Storm. He stepped it up big time. Nick Suzuki seems to be that player that has the extra gear when it becomes playoff time or the chase to the playoffs. And he's had, well, we'll go over his stats there. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what his stats are. You'll see what I mean, what I'm saying. I think that's what I mean. So this is how it happens. Yeah. So it's a power play goal. Habs are passing the puck around. A lot of good puck movement, but not really getting to the center of the ice, right? Just a lot of perimeter passing. And then Petrie passes it to Suzuki, who gets into the right circle. Pretty much in the middle of the circle. And he sort of comes in, maybe a stride or two, and he freezes Campbell by looking at him and looking shocked. The whole way, he looks at, he's going to shoot it. He's looking right at him, and he just goes cross seam, almost no look. He kind of looked a little bit, but he froze Campbell. You could see it, and Campbell wasn't able to get over. Toffoli on the left side, open net, and he made no mistake to get his 28th goal. 3 more, and he hits his career high in a full season. And this is a season of 56 games where he's going to have missed, I think he missed 3 or 4 games earlier in the season. So this is really a hugely big career year for him if you prorate the numbers. So his 28th goal, and I think he'll get 31. I do believe he will. So it's Toffoli from Suzuki and Petrie on the power play. What's that? About 15 minutes later. And again, the period is kind of like, and now remember, I live stream it. I don't get all the small details. When you watch the replay, the highlights, you don't get a lot of the small details. You don't see the penalties. They don't give you penalties anymore. And so this is, it was good play though. It was fun to watch. And we're in the second period, right? So there was that lull of, not a long period, but it kind of, Toronto was playing a little better, but Montreal came right back from that. It wasn't a long period of time. It wasn't the whole period. But Matthews gets his 39th from Muzzin and Thornton. And that one goes like this, with Matthews and Edmondson battling in front of Allen. Matthews sticks out his stick. Muzzin takes a shot. Matthews sticks out his stick to deflect it. And a nice, a tip-in, or deflection, I guess you call that, past a screened Allen, who didn't see it. Besides, it's a tip-in, changed directions, went down. So, yeah, I mean, good hand-eye coordination by Matthews there, and he tips it in. So there you go. It's 2-1, and, of course, every time there's a goal scored against Montreal, everybody's all depressed. And, yeah, so the period ends like that. So third period, again, a lot of good play. Montreal probably even steps up their play a little bit, and they're going for the goal. Even though they're not getting a ton of shots, if I'm correct, they are a little bit behind. I mean, there wasn't a ton of shots there, but I mean, the play was good. They were in Toronto's zone a lot, and they were getting out of their zone relatively easy and not all the time being running around. So that was a good thing. So, but it's 2-1, and it doesn't not look like they're going to score. It does not look like they're going to come back. But when they pull the goalie, so they pull Allen, and with 52 seconds left, with Montreal's net empty, Montreal passing the puck around. They're passing the puck around in the offensive zone. Remember, it's 6-on-5, so it's like a power play. Suzuki passes to Deneau, so Suzuki, again, in that right face-off circle. At the top, though, he sees Deneau at the side of the net, a little bit below the goal line. But so a nice pass to Deneau down there, and Deneau just comes out in front and tucks it in. No other way, just brings it out and tucks it in, sort of like on a wraparound. But so beautiful, 52 seconds left. They tie it up. Momentum swinging their way. With 52 seconds left, there's still a couple of chances, I think, on both sides, but nobody scores. They go to overtime, which I was happy for, because you know what? If they're going to lose to Toronto, I said, let them lose in overtime. They got to get points out of every game. They got to get points. And the fact that they got 2 here is amazing, I think. They go to overtime. And in overtime, Montreal's getting a lot of flack for this. They win the draw, and they hold possession. They hold possession, and they're just going back and forth, back into their zone, coming back. And they're hardly giving Toronto any possession. Now, Toronto does get a couple of chances, yes, and I hear that the fans were complaining that Montreal wouldn't let Toronto touch the puck. Duh, that's the name of the game. I don't get that. If it were me, I don't want you to touch the puck in overtime. Anyway, it goes on long enough for Caulfield to be out there, and this happens at 4:43 so like 17 seconds left in the overtime. Caulfield gets his second from Petrie this time, and Suzuki. So much like the last game where Petrie and Caulfield hooked up on a beautiful play where Jeff Petrie basically drew the defenders away. 2 defenders left Caulfield open to race in there and get that pass, that beautiful pass. Nice pass in front of a defender. But he drew these 2 guys to him, and he did the same thing last night. He's holding on to the puck. He sees Caulfield. He knows he's open. He kind of cleared the center of the ice for Caulfield to race in right in the slot, receive the pass from Petrie, and a couple of strides, and fires a beautiful wrist shot that doesn't go top shelf in the bar, whatever, just goes over the glove, and just beautiful. Is that what I wrote for it? I don't know. That was a lot. I wrote something, and it's different. But it's the first goal. Obviously, it's only 2 goals he's had, but it's the first goal he's gotten from that shot. He's displayed it a few times, but you can see how this kid's going to score some goals. You have a shot like that, you get open, you're going to score some goals. I don't know what else to say. It was just a really beautiful, it's that goal we were waiting for, displaying that shot he's got. And it happens in overtime 2 nights in a row. It's the game-winning goal. It's just a Cinderella story, and you can't ask for, I don't know, can you ask for a better story? So that ties them up in third place with Winnipeg, as Winnipeg lost to Ottawa, I believe, last night. And yeah, that ties Montreal. So Montreal right now is sitting in third place. So tied though, right? So depending on how it works out, depending on how many wins Montreal can put up, because they are 3 wins behind Winnipeg in the win department, so that would be a tiebreaker. So I don't know that Montreal is necessarily going to pass them if Winnipeg can somehow manage to start winning some games and keep pace. They are 7 games in a row without a win, so they're tied for third. So that's good. If you want to see them play Edmonton, it's looking more like it. For me, I want to see them play Toronto for personal reasons. It's looking a little less like it now, so we'll have to see how it goes. 10 points up on Calgary. I doubt it very much that at this point that Calgary can catch them, but Calgary has those 4 games against Vancouver at the end of the season. Vancouver is going to be literally, I don't want to say the word, anyway, they're going to have nothing left in the tank. I can't see them having anything. 2 back-to-back games in 5 days to end the season. I don't see them. So if Montreal can pull out another few points, I think they got it in the bag, and I think that would, with 1 Calgary loss, eliminates the problem. But I think the showing they had last night, I think Montreal will get another win or 2 here, and I don't think we're going to have to worry. Allen made 27 saves on 29 shots for a .931 save percentage. Campbell, 20 saves on 23 shots for a .870. Shots on goal, 29 for the Leafs, 23 for the Habs. Face-off percentage, 2 games in a row against Toronto, and they beat them on face-off percentage, 52% to 48%. Leafs were 0 for 3 on the power play, so good on the PK. And Montreal was 1 for 4 on the power play. So once again, I think it's 3 or 4 games in a row with a power play goal. Power play's looking better. With the young kids, this power play's looking better. They're doing different things. Habs stars of the game. 3rd star, Jeff Petrie, 3 assists. Looking like the Jeff Petrie of the beginning of the season when all the Norris Trophy talk was out there. Jeff Petrie looking like that again. So great time for him to find his game again right at the end of the season going into the playoffs. So that is a good thing. Nick Suzuki, 2nd star, 3 assists. Last 10 games for Suzuki, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Last 6 games, excuse me, not 10. I should take that back. It's last 6 games, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. 37 points in 51 games this season. That puts him on pace for 60-plus points in an 82-game season. So what we were kind of hoping for him to get, about 60 points, he's on pace for that. So Nick Suzuki, anybody thinking, well, he's probably a 60-point player, he's already on pace to get 60 and maybe a little bit more. Nick Suzuki has a great chance to be a point-a-game player in the next 3 years, I think, anyway. By the time he hits 25 years old, we'll see. I think he'll be better than a 60-point-a-year player. Cole Caulfield gets the 1st star, 1 goal, overtime winner, and game-winning goal. And it's 2 games in a row for that. So it's just awesome. He is showing just amazing, what's the word? His making the NHL, whatever that term is, it won't come to me today. Yeah, it seems to be almost seamless. I don't think Cole Caulfield goes back to the AHL. Cole Caulfield is an NHLer, and I think he's proving it every game. Let's see now. Okay, so now just a couple of things before I get you my stuff on the game, because I want to not forget to say this, but Price is expected, Carey Price is expected at the skate tomorrow. Is expected to skate tomorrow, or he's skated today. I'm not sure, because I wrote that, and I'm thinking, I don't know if it was... Anyway, he either skated today, or he's skating tomorrow, and he will rejoin the team in Toronto, not tomorrow in Ottawa. So that's what leads me to think he might have skated today. So Carey Price was on the ice today, which is great, and he will rejoin the team in Toronto on Thursday. Practice lines that were in practice today. So again, they were juggled. Anybody who wants to see Cole Caulfield in the top 6, you're going to see it again. And Anderson, Deneau, and Caulfield are line 1. So Caulfield on line 1 in Gallagher's spot, Anderson on the other side in Tatar's spot. Toffoli, Suzuki, Armia remains the same, hasn't changed. That line is clicking. I don't think there's a reason to change that line. That's for sure. Evans, KK, and Lehkonen on the third line. So Jake Evans being shifted over to the wing and KK getting his center position back. And Frolic, Stahl, and Perry on the scooter line because they need scooters to get to the net. But they're on the fourth line. Kulak is now paired with Sherratt in practice. I don't know if that's going to be in game, but Kulak and Sherratt. Edmondson and Petrie, because you don't mess with Edmondson and Petrie, especially right now. Look at the way Petrie's playing. It's, just like at the beginning of the year, paired up with Edmondson then as well, and he was playing fantastic. He's doing that again. I wouldn't break that up. And for me, I don't get why taking Romanov from Sherratt, but Romanov's now with Merrill. So Romanov and Merrill, that's going to more than likely be the lines tomorrow against Ottawa. So that's what you can expect. Now, this game to me was a statement win. It was a huge comeback win. Was it not by a ton of goals, but it was a huge comeback win against the first place team, a team rolling over everybody these days, having won 5 games in a row, a team that kind of has Montreal's number, and they were never out of it, and they came back and won in overtime. And I think that's a statement in that Montreal may play them in the playoffs, so first or second round, and letting them know that, we're going to fight back. We're going to be able to win sometimes and maybe even beat you for the series. That's what I think it says. Great pushback, and pretty much for 60 minutes, there was that little period of time I thought in the second period. But other than that, this was a 60-minute game for Montreal, and the pushback was there the whole game as well. That's very important. Pretty even play on both sides. A bit sloppy. Chances on both sides, though, and it was back and forth play. So nobody dominated, and nobody was the victim, really, right? Well, Toronto might feel like they're a victim for the overtime loss. But I listened, there were a couple of bad calls by the refs that favored Toronto. Surprise, surprise. I mean, who would have thought that, right? So other than that, it was pretty even play, and I thought this was a good game for Montreal to come back and come back late in the game like that. So a last-minute goal in the third period to tie it up, and then to get a last-minute goal, almost last-second goal in the overtime to win it. So I thought this was great. So a statement game. Suzuki stepping it up again at this time of the season. So like I said earlier, Nick Suzuki seems to be that type of player that has that extra gear when it comes to playoff time. This is playoff hockey. The extra gear has kicked in, and he's playing great. His passing has been amazing. His point production's back, and Nick Suzuki showing everybody what he's got. So that's always good when you're going to see a player like that do that every year. You want that type of player that has that extra gear in those kind of games. Power play with the young guys is better, it seems. They're doing stuff we haven't really seen much of. That cross-seam pass. Nick Suzuki's cross-seam pass to Toffoli. We're not seeing that a lot with Montreal, right? It's a lot of perimeter passing, and they don't try to go through the center. And I don't know why, if it's from the old guard being on there, they're not there anymore. We got the younger kids, and it's got to be a different approach, right? I guess. Anyway, I like what I'm seeing, and I hope that, that keeps up, no matter who comes back from injury. Let's hope they keep that approach. Still not missing the injured guys. Now, don't get on me that Gallagher, they're missing Gallagher, I get that, and they are missing the injured guys to a certain extent. What I mean by this is they're still able to win and look maybe even a little bit better doing it. So it's kind of like they're not missing the old core, and maybe this is, as I said a few times, changing of the guard, and these guys are the new core going forward. Whatever it is, their play has improved a little bit, and it's enjoyable to watch. Let's put it that way. That Caulfield shot on the winner, just wow. He's an NHL goal scorer. If anybody's not sure of that, I don't know what you're seeing on the ice. But this kid's an NHL goal scorer. He is an NHL player, and he will not just be an average NHL player. I think he will be a good one. A good to great. That's all I can say. So there you go. That's it. There's my review. It's been long. Thanks for watching. It's been a weird day for me today. So I apologize for the lateness of this and for the length of this video. But thanks for listening to me. I think it's kind of like therapy. I needed this today. So that's why I ended up doing this so late. And I hope some people will watch it. So next game is tomorrow. So that's Wednesday. And it'll be at 7 p.m. They are in Ottawa and against the Sens. Hopefully we can come out with a 4th win in a row there. I don't see why not. I don't see any reason why tomorrow shouldn't be a good outcome. And get their 4th win in a row and just keep that momentum. And I think if they can win tomorrow, they can put Calgary to bed. And that's it. Pre-game will be at 6 o'clock. And then the gamecast, live cast, whatever you want to call it, will be at 7, where I'll do the game. And yeah, we'll hang out and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully I'll see you there. And take care. I'll do a preview video by tomorrow. By the way, now my mouth's getting ahead of my... I'm going to be doing a preview video tomorrow, so look for that. And yeah, hope to see you at the live stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments on the game that just happened, let me know in the comment section. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe, ring that notifications bell. That'll get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talkin' Habs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there. See you next video and live stream and pregame. And peace out, y'all. Bye, everybody.